Hi there, it's Gabriel here, SEO Manager at Hike SEO. In this video, we'll be talking about tags versus categories and how to use tags and categories in your content management system optimally for SEO. So in this video, you'll learn what are tags and what are categories and the benefits of each one in terms of SEO. Then we'll go through a few examples of each and how to use them. And we'll compare what the differences are, mainly from a technical and a content perspective. And then we'll go through some best practices around how to use tags and categories. And finally, we'll go into the SEO impact of tags and categories. So what are tags? Basically, they're specific keywords or phrases that describe the details of your blog posts. And basically, tags are not hierarchical, so they're flat structure and they don't have any parent-child relationships. That's the main distinction about tags. So why are tags important? Well, firstly, they provide search engines with additional context about your posts, and that can improve their relevance in search results. It also helps users find posts that are related to specific topics, and that leads to increased site engagement. It also links related posts together and encourages users to explore more of your content, and that reduces bounce rates and increases time on site. So these links also create a densely connected interlinking or inter-page on internal linking site structure, and that also helps with crawl rates as well and helps search engines discover new pages. So it has so many benefits to your SEO. So here's an example for a post titled Top 10 On-Page SEO Tips for 2024. Some tags could be On-Page SEO, SEO Tips, 2024 SEO, SEO Checklist, things like that. They're quite granular in that sense. And you can have multiple posts that also talk about these specific topics as well without being directly exactly the same. For a post titled How to Create Engaging Instagram Stories, some tags could be Instagram Marketing, Instagram Stories, Social Media Tips, or Content Creation. There's many others depending on what you talk about or what points are covered within that specific post. So let's talk about categories now on the other hand. So categories are broad organizational units that help group related posts under a general theme. You can see them as like buckets, or silos or whatever you want to call, but they're basically more general storage units. Think of categories as chapters in a book where each chapter covers a specific topic, and this is more for nonfiction books, obviously. They are hierarchical, meaning that you can have parent-child relationships and categories. You can have subcategories. You can have subcategories. You can go really deep if you have a really complex content structure. So why are categories important? Well, it makes it easier for users to navigate your site, and it helps search engines understand the layout and the structure of your site, and that improves your site's crawlability and relevance. It also helps you manage and organize content effectively, and that ensures smooth navigation and maintenance process, especially when it comes to updating content, linking content together, and figuring out where to place a new piece of content as well. So here's some examples. Let's say you have an SEO section of your site. Some categories could be on-page SEO, off-page SEO. If you have a content marketing section, there could be a specific category around blogging, around video marketing. These are very broad subjects that you can go into detail. So let's compare them directly. Obviously, you're already seeing differences between the two, but let's do it face on face, what the difference is. So the scope. Basically, categories are quite broad, like I just said, and in general, while tags are specific and detailed. In terms of the hierarchy, you got categories which are hierarchical and allows for subcategories, while tags are non-hierarchical and flat. Then you also have the purpose behind it. So categories group related posts under common theme, while tags actually highlight specific details of a post. And multiple posts may have that same detail or details in them. So let's talk about some best practices around tags. You want to be specific and relevant. So tags should be highly relevant to the post content. For example, a post titled 10 tips for solo travel might have tags like solo travel, travel safety, travel tips, adventure travel, and things like that. You want to limit the number of tags used. You don't want to use a ridiculous amount. So you want to use a manageable number. For example, for that same post, using 4 to 5 specific tags is better than adding 10 to 15 generic ones. You want to avoid duplicate tags. So each tag should be unique and descriptive. So you don't want to create too many similar ones. So if you have a tag SEO tips, avoid creating another tag called SEO advice because it means the same thing. You want to limit the number of categories. So this is now best practices for categories. You want to aim for a concise list of categories. Too many of them can dilute your site structure and confuse users where to actually navigate to. For example, a food blog should avoid having separate categories for each type of cuisine. For example, Italian, Chinese, Mexican, etc. Instead, broader categories like recipes or cooking tips can be a lot more effective. Use subcategories sparingly, so only create them when they add value. For example, under recipes categories, subcategories like desserts, main courses, and appetizers can be quite useful, but avoid creating subcategories like chocolate desserts, fruit desserts, etc., unless you actually have quite a few of those posts in each one where it makes it useful. So also ensure that the categories are unique. So it goes without saying that you don't want any kind of overlap between them. So having categories in this travel blog, for example, like travel tips and travel advice, again, is redundant because they mean the same thing. So choose one and maintain clarity. So let's talk about the SEO impact of tags. Tags will add additional context, and that provides search engines with more information about the content, and it improves its discoverability. So you could rank for some of those if you have indexing switched on for tags, for example. User engagement metrics, tags can enhance this by linking related content and improves metrics like time on site, bounce rates, and this indirectly boosts your SEO. Also, in terms of internal linking, they create additional internal links between related posts, and that can help distribute link equity across your site. That can help ranking different pages, especially if it's a new post, for example. That can help basically spread that link equity from older posts and help the new post rank much better. In terms of categories, site hierarchy is an important factor. So categories create a clear hierarchy, and that makes it easier for search engines to crawl and index your site. And also well-organized categories help establish your site's relevance in specific areas, and that improves your authority on those topics. Internal linking wise, categories also facilitate internal linking automatically, and that can distribute page authority and improve your SEO overall. So thanks so much for watching this video about tags versus categories. If you have any sort of questions about this, please comment below. And also make sure to check out Hike SEO. It's a fantastic all-in-one SEO platform designed with beginners in mind, as well as small businesses and agencies. And that will help you to increase the number of SEO changes you can make much easily, and also make it super simple to get results over time. So it's designed with no technical experience required. You can just go in there, start actioning the results, and with our new on-site optimizer, it makes it easier than ever to go in there to make changes directly on your site without having to fiddle around in the back end of your content management system. So check it out, give it a try, and we'll see you there. All right, see you in the next video. Take care.